Hey everybody, I wanted to start this discussion off by saying I think presentation aids are great if they're done right. With that being said, I know that I am very guilty of using presentation aids as fillers, or I found it really interesting in the text. It said that presentation aids are a good thing because they can help reduce apprehension. Well, I think that can be a good or a bad thing. I know I have a lot of speech anxiety and I tend to rely on presentation aids too much, and I know that it really does take a lot away from my presentation, but it also helps me to be not so anxious because I have something to focus on. PowerPoints, same thing, good and bad. I think PowerPoints have really been kind of drilled into us from such a very young age. You know, you'd get an assignment and it would be to have a speech or a presentation and have a PowerPoint ready. I think that PowerPoints are kind of overdone, and I know I'm guilty of definitely kind of just reading off of my slides. They become kind of a cop-out, I think. But if done correctly and doing only, 3 slides, there are 3 points per slide, and really expanding on the topics you're trying to talk about and not just using the slides to read off, they can really add something. Other presentation aids, I think, other than PowerPoints, I think are not used enough. I can't remember the last time I saw a speech or a presentation and somebody had just been very creative and brought in a poster board or a diorama or anything like that. And I think that those types of more creative aids can be really neat and can get the audience more interested and excited. But when we're using presentation aids to just talk about the topic and read the slides word for word, anybody can read those slides. So it makes the speech boring. We get uninterested and we typically don't learn anything after that. So in conclusion, I think presentation aids are great and they can add a lot to the presentation if they're done right, and they add some sort of substance, something new, something exciting to the presentation other than just your speech.